Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's happening? Hey, Kings, go ahead and like the button. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Tap the bell and subscribe. Go ahead and give me that. You know what I'm saying? Run it up, run it up, run it up. So tonight we're gonna get into this video, man. We're gonna watch Kendra G on her show. It's a popular dating show. You know, these women and sometimes dudes call in too, but mostly women. And they're looking for a dude. So we're gonna see what this female is talking about. And you're going to be able to learn a lot from how females date as far as dating strategies. All right, let's get it. So she got a 4-year-old. All right, so she said a lot. She want a wholesome man that likes to have fun. You know what I mean? So that means that she's a little wild. You know what I'm saying? Might be a little, promiscuous type thing. So that's a little contradiction. She want a old fashioned, wholesome man, but at the same time, a dude that like to have fun. You know what I mean? So that right there, she tell you that she's on the wild side. She's a little spontaneous. Could be a little freaky. You know what I mean? Because you gotta look at the body language when she said that, right? Then she goes to talk about he's got to be 6'4" because she's 5'10". You know what I mean? So that's understandable too because she looks like the model type. And look like she's pretty in pretty good shape too. You can see her collarbone, see her cheekbones, her jawline. You know what I mean? So this is a very attractive woman here. You know what I mean? She's got natural hair, no makeup. Yeah, so she's a beautiful woman here. She's like, 8, 9, 10 category. You know what I mean? Like she could easily be a 10 depending on what she's wearing or whatnot. And when she really gets dolled up. Right now, just looking at her, she's like a hardcore 9. But anyway, she's tall and statuesque, so quite naturally she's gonna want to do this like over 6 feet tall. I can see that. But let's see what else she's talking about. Let's get it. Healthy. So guys, notice that I talk about the 5 F's, right? Getting your shit together. Faith, your spirituality, your religion, whatever that might be. Fitness. So you got to be fit. You know what I mean? You got to hit the gym. You got to put the work in on your body, your physique, right? You know what I mean? You got to be a bodybuilder, but have that athletic build. And then, fashion. You got to be able to dress for every occasion. You know what I mean? A woman really loves a well-dressed man, a well-dressed, coordinated man. All right? And then once you have your fitness, your faith, fitness, fashion, now you work on your bag, your finances, and all that, right? And then women last. And it's literally in that order. That's called having your shit together. So she's looking for a dude that's got his shit together, but at the same time, she wants a sucker. You know what I mean? Because she looks to be in her early 30s or maybe late 20s, and that's when women start to hit that biological clock, that biological wall, that fertility clock starts to tick. You know what I'm saying? So now they want to settle down. They're dating with a purpose. You know what I mean? And they want a guy to come save them, basically. They want a guy to comes commit with them, get married, and save them. You're going to be her retirement plan, basically. So let's see what else she's talking about. Let's go. So she's a model. See, it's got to be the whole package. So when a woman is really not attracted to you, they got all these rules, they got all these requirements: 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches, blah blah blah. Right? Whoop de whoop. So, but if they like you, meaning you got the whole package right, they like you, if they're attracted to you, they'll start to shave off some of that shit. Right? They'll start to make excuses for you. So basically, if you have high sexual market value, you're pre-selected, right? She sees other women checking for you. She looks at your Instagram. She looks at your social media, and you're out having fun, and you're around other women, or she sees you out with other women, or she sees that women are checking for you. That's pre-selection. That's high sexual market value. All right. That might change her mind about you if you're not over 6'4". You know what I mean? And then also, when you have social proof, maybe you got a lot of followers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got some popularity in your city, in your neighborhood, in the venues that you frequent, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Women love pre-selection. Women love guys that have social proof. You know what I'm saying? And with high social economic status. So a high status man, high value man, you know what I'm saying? A successful man. This is what she's looking for. And this is why I tell you guys to do the work. So you'll be able to attract women like this. But at the same time, you got to understand that women like her are hypergamous. You know what I'm saying? They don't date down. They tend to date guys that's on their same level or higher. And that's what hypergamy or hypergamy really is. Hypergamy, right? They tend to try to marry, up. So men truly are the prize with the value when it comes to social economic status, because women want a guy with more social economic status than them. So that makes you the prize social economically and in the area of, protection and provision. So this is their mating strategy, you know what I mean? And, there's nothing really wrong with it, because it's like the impetus or, the source for men to really, do better. You know what I mean? I mean, you should be out here doing what you're doing, self-grinding and, personal development, becoming better for yourself. But at the same time, we know that it also attracts women, right? Because, it's part of peacocking, and you can't peacock and put yourself out there, unless you're really being successful. So the more successful we become as men, the more confident we become as men too. The more cocky we become, the more ambitious we become, the more entitled we feel, So it kind of works hand in hand. But at the same time, you don't want the hypergamy and the understanding of their hypergamy to allow them to finesse you to where you become a simp, a sucker, you know what I'm saying, or a trick, just to finance her lifestyle where she does nothing just because she exists and she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's the rub. You feel me? Like, that's the actual flex. You know what I mean? But let's continue. Natural hair. Fashion model. I was right. I know what they look like. I've dated some in the past, for real. See, got to make more than me, or just as much, 6 figures. So depending on depending on what he does, he can make 110K like her. You know what I'm saying? So what does she do? She's a fashion model, so he's got to be in the industry. So this got to be an industry dude. He got to be another model or an actor, someone that has the same social proof, pre-selection like her. If she sees that you're just as powerful as her, but even more so, so if you got more social economic proof, pre-selection, and things like that, then she'll start to bend her rules a little bit because now she sees the potential for you to make a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So always, guys, women are interested in a guy's future, and we are interested in their past, right? Now she's a single mom. She's got a child already. She's already asking for a lot. She's looking for a guy that's making well in excess of 110K, that's over 6 feet 4 inches tall, that's in shape. You know what I mean? So she's already asked for a lot. She's already in the top 10, top 5% of men, pretty much. You know what I mean? And so her likelihood of finding this guy is very slim to none. Not saying it's not possible, but it's not very likely. And even if she does, he's just going to run through her because she's already coming with baggage and luggage with her son. You know what I mean? Why would a successful man set himself up to be a stepfather? You know what I'm saying? So he's just going to, smash and dash. You know what I'm saying? Pump and dump and whatnot. And then she's going to go through that cycle. And now, a couple of years later, 2 years later, 3 years later, she's older, probably getting knocked up again. Now she's lost a lot more value. And now she just, listen, as the years go by, as the children continue to pop out, they lose more value, more value, more value, more value. And she's going to lose that beauty too. Like within the next 3 to 5 years, that beauty is going to really start to fade. You know what I mean? So she's in dire straits right now. She's getting desperate. That's why she's on this show. You know? Cultured black man. So this is a man who's well established, right? Probably an older man. You know what I mean? She's looking for a middle-aged guy or whatnot. That's going to be cultured, distinguished, tall, statuesque, handsome. You know what I mean? She's looking for like a James Bond type dude. You know what I'm saying? They're out there, but a James Bond, high value guy type dude like that is not going to want to settle down with her. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Because she's got baggage or whatnot. So, but who knows? There's a lot of simps out there, man. There's a lot of simps, a lot of tricks. She may have to settle for a guy that's like 6 feet and may not make as much as her, but you can just see how these women are, man. It's like, their reality just doesn't match up. Their reality doesn't match up to what's out here in society, and it never gets old, bro. It never gets old to see their delusion, but we'll see how she ends up. Mm-hmm.
Ken Prince 305 said she's looking for a man that doesn't exist, so Kendra runs a fairy tale show. Well, I will say this. This is why I say what it is. I've met them before. Well, okay. Before I say what I'm going to say, what happens to the men that are your height and make your
I feel like you're not a man that I would want my son to somewhat look up to because you're going to be around him, then I cut it off too.
She's looking for a sucker, man. She's looking for someone to come save her and be a father to her child. You know, and there's plenty of suckers and lames and tricks out there that might do it. You know what I mean? But is it really worth it? Because as soon as the guy, the type of man that she's looking for comes around to smash and pass and a pump and dump, she'll cheat on that guy that she married, and that'll be the cycle. You know, women that get older in their mid to late 30s, they'll marry a guy that makes them feel safe and secure. So they'll marry the trick, the lame, the simp. That's not her ideal kind of guy, and then they'll go smash like, you know what I'm saying, their fantasy guy on the side. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. That's just the way it is. Don't be that guy. Listen, when you deal with women, bro, you want to be the guy that they fantasize about. You want to be the guy that blows her back out. You want to be the guy that doesn't have to pay to play. You want to be the guy that doesn't have to do nothing. That don't have to, subsidize her lifestyle and be her personal sponsor and her captive saver hole, because she spent all of her 20s wilding, being spontaneous, and 304 activity to the point where she got knocked up. Why did she work it out with her dad? Why did she work? Not her dad. I mean, why didn't she work out with her kid's father? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she might have to go back to her child's father, you know what I'm saying, to have a committed relationship, even if that's salvageable. I don't know. She probably walked away from that dude, you know what I mean? Maybe she thought she could, get with this athlete or whatever, that basketball player that she's looking for. But at the end of the day, man, she's in a desperate situation. Her biological clock is ticking. She's looking for a father for her son. And, but she still wants her back blown out, at the same time. So this is the trajectory for a lot of women, man. It's really sad. Ladies, man, when y'all young and y'all 20s and all that, go ahead and get married. Find your husband then. You know what I mean? You get knocked up, marry that dude, work it out, and just stop being out here, man, on this 304 promiscuity, activity, man, because it's not going to look good for you. Like, by 2030, 45 to 50% of women are going to be single, and they're going to be with cats and holograms type shit, and the trajectory of dating is really bad at this point. Let's keep it pushing, though. See? She dated the athlete before. She's over that phase. That's probably who she got knocked up by. He smashed and dashed. You know what I'm saying? He pumped and dumped. So she's probably getting, child support from that guy or whatever. I'm just assuming. I don't know, the situation. I'm just, hypothetically going here. She's getting by in life because of her beauty. That's going to fade very quickly over the next, 3-5 years if she don't, eat right and exercise type shit. So she gets paid off on her model work. She's probably getting some kind of financial support for her child. And now she's looking for someone to come save her. I would recommend that she works it out with her child's dad and go from there. You know what I mean? But a lot of women do this, man. A lot of chicks do this, bro. A lot of women do this, man. Especially women in their 30s they're kind of desperate. So also in their 40s as well, but especially in their 30s, that biological clock is ticking. But just don't be the guy, bro. Don't be that guy that has to pay to play. Don't be that guy that comes and saves her and she's just going to cheat on you, bro. You want to be the guy that she fantasizes about. You want to be that guy that blows her back out. at the end of the day. And you want a woman that's young with no children at the end of the day. If you don't have kids, then you want a woman that's young that don't have any children. You build your own family. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. She wants her high value guy. You want your high value woman. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here, man. Y'all go ahead and like, share, subscribe, like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, comment on my shit. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
It's caught in the crossfire.